Hello, my loves. So, you would think that as a 38-year-old woman with three children who owns a business and recently moved her family across the globe would have learned this lesson a bit sooner than right now. But alas, here we are. I'm just learning this. We're never actually ready. We're never going to be ready. There is no right time. There is no such thing as the perfect moment. Whether it's starting something new or having children, writing a book, making a move, making a change, creating art, the timing is never going to be quote unquote right. And yet, the very saying we so often rely on, and myself included, is when the timing is right, dot, dot, dot. Or in my case, I always say, when the stars align, dot, dot, dot. And while I very much believe in the alignment of the stars and fully trust the power of divine timing, I also know that if I continue to spend my days waiting on the timing to be right, I will actually end up spending my precious days on this planet doing just that, waiting. And so recently, I had a good look in the mirror and said, what are you waiting for? Who are you waiting for? And this is mainly in regard to writing a book and creating a new business I'm excited to share with the world. That's the perfect complement to all things RFY, and more on that later. But I would say, let's launch on the new moon, or I'll start writing when I get a sign from the universe, or whatever it may be. I used every excuse. I don't have time. The children are a lot right now. It's Christmas break. When things get more grounded, when I find a routine, when I have more financial freedom, etc., etc., etc. Every excuse in the book. But in truth, they're all just excuses. And I'm pleased to share that recently I decided to no longer wait for that moment when the moon is in the seventh house and Jupiter aligns with Mars. You know that song from Hair, Aquarius. I decided to not wait for that moment when the moon is in the seventh house and Jupiter aligns with Mars. And instead, I followed that beautiful pull that lives within all of us. And it was a random Saturday when all of the children and their friends were home. The house was a mess. There was no childcare. Construction was going on in the villa across the way. But I just began to write my book. I had this guttural pull and this feel. And this really feels huge because the book is the thing I've wanted to do. It's the thing I've wanted to share and create, honestly, since I was a little girl. But every time, listen to this, every time I have gotten an idea or a lesson that I wanted to share through, or a spiritual teaching that I wanted to share in this book, I would turn it into an Instagram post, or write in this newsletter, or I would teach it in a yoga class, or now with my business, I record an audio blog post or a guided meditation, or I would create an RFY challenge, whatever. All of that was these little inklings that I would get, these signs to get going, to start writing a book. But I would always channel it in another way. And I'm not saying that that's wrong. I'm just saying that I was continually getting these pulls, and everything changed when I actually just sat down. So the truth is, even though I would get these pulls and I would write it in the form of an Instagram post or a newsletter or an RFY or challenge or whatever, but I have had yet to sit my bum down and actually begin the process, knowing that these words would be turned into a book. So there are many psychological reasons as to why it has felt so impossible for me. But the hugest reason is because I couldn't figure out how to begin. I couldn't get clear on what my first literary offering would be about. I was stalling, and I was claiming that it was because I was waiting for the conditions and the timing to be quote unquote right. In actuality, if we want to begin, we must simply begin. And I share this because we're in this interesting time of year right now where it's the new year and it's still dark and wintry in the United States. And whether it's the energy and the excitement that comes from the calendar shifting from 2024 to 2025, or the welcoming of the year of the snake according to the Chinese zodiacal calendar, we're feeling that pull to get going, to get something started, the feeling of ignition. Yet, at the exact same time, all of the spiritual teachers, the yogis, even Mother Earth herself are teaching us to slow down, to get quiet, to be still, to go within. And I'm here today to say that both energies can be true. We can honor the winter and still begin. We can be excited to get the ball rolling and start a new endeavor and honor the slow, quiet retreat that winter offers. So if you've been waiting for a sign from the universe, first and foremost, consider this the sign. Whatever it is that you've been wanting to begin, a new portal of income, a creative project, a new habit, a meditation practice, a daily devotion, a yoga practice, a new job, a move, a new business, whatever it is, know that it doesn't have to be this massive leap, doesn't have to be dramatic, just a simple step, a quiet commitment, a whispered yes. No grand announcement is necessary. Just write the first page. Roll out the yoga mat. Say the words, make the calls, send the email. Whatever it is that's going to nudge the needle in the direction of your dreams, just do it. The only thing standing in between you and the next chapter of your life, in between you and the new adventure, in between you and the life of your dreams, has nothing to do with timing. It's really just the decision to start. It's the decision to start. So the business that I've created, which is called Time for Tea, and the book that accompanies that business, it's never been done before. There's no course on how to offer this to the world. There's no blueprint for how to make this work logistically. All I know is that the universe has rewarded me massively already for simply making magic happen, even during the months that spiritual teachers tell us not to take much action, that we should be resting. Because the truth, I feel alive. I feel vibrant and ecstatic. So I'm honoring that sensation that lives within me. This is the right time. So because I feel alive and vibrant and ecstatic to share my offerings with the world, the timing is correct. If I waited to figure it all out and to polish it until it shined to perfection, this business and this book would never see the light of day. The book would never be read, and my offerings in the tea portal would simply remain closed up within me. And in my opinion, now this is a hard truth, but in my opinion, that is like a bitch slap to God. Because you see, we are not designed with these beautiful gifts and talents and ideas to merely sit on them. We have them because we're meant to use them. We're meant to activate them. We're meant to bring them to life. We are creative beings. So, my beautiful loves, I am dying to know, what are you ready for? What are you ready to get started? Can you take that idea, that intention, that goal to the mat or to your meditation this week and use your practice to start to activate those thoughts and those dreams that are living within you right now into reality? We're in Aquarius season where we're taught that anything is possible. We're taught during Aquarius season to believe in the truth of infinite possibilities. So although timing will never be quote unquote right or perfect, I must admit it's pretty beautiful in the cosmos right now. So consider this your sign. The timing is right now. I'm sending you so much love, and I'd love to hear from you. Let me know what you've been dreaming up. Let me know what you're ready to get started. I want to stay constantly connected to y'all. Sending so much love and prayers for infinite blessings.